We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome to 40 Money Mantras. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. If you're brand new here, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to what we talk about here. This is a spirituality channel. We talk about magic, money, and metaphysics. And we are in an 8-week, 40-day unfoldment. 40 days to wealth consciousness using the book 40 Money Mantras. And we're here every day, Monday through Friday, at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for 8 weeks. And this is day 38. Only 2 more days to go. That was fast. That was fast. That was fast. That flew by, didn't it, family? It flew by. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everyone, please be kind. Oh, I had some spills on my shirt while I was brushing my teeth, so I'm glad that they're drying up. I have on my blessed shirt this morning because I'm headed to Vegas today. Please be kind and pray for the event for the Christian Witches Convention this weekend. Burn a candle, light some sage, do a dance, do a mantra, do a singing bowl session. All the lovely things that you do include Christian witches in it and include the Christian Witches Convention in it and include all that Christian witches is unfolding into, include the Christian witches space that will be in person, include all of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is simply a move of spirit that helps Christians understand that they can practice witchcraft, magic. They are free. They are free. They do not have to believe what people have told them. They are free, and they are free to use the Christ spirit as their guide in being magical and mystical. Come on, G Wife 2. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? Good morning. Okay? It's a move of spirit for freedom of worship and freedom of devotion for all people. So, whatever you do, pray for Christian witches, uplift Christian witches, add Christian witches to your altar because this movement is all over the globe and people are loving it and people are participating and people are winning and people are learning and they're growing and they're ascending. And that's what this thing is all about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings, blessings this weekend. Thank you. This is a big weekend for us. This is a big weekend for the family. So even if you're not there, send your love, send your prayers, send your hugs, send your incense, burn your candles, all of it, all of it, all of it. Yes, even if you're not there in person with us, because we know you'll be there eventually in person with us at one of these exquisite events. So even if you're not there in person, I do want to let you know that Wednesday, Witchy Wednesday. Let me check the date. Let me check the date on the calendar. Wednesday. Wednesday the 31st is the last day to get $1,000 off Greece, $1,000 off Italy, $1,000 off Egypt. I am blessed to lead retreats all over the globe. I love it. I love it. I love it. And our glorious retreats, oh my goodness, they're so glorious. If you've been to them, you know. And so when you come to an event with us, you are just swathed in love. And not only that, we do a whole lot of learning, growth, coaching, eating, community. And our whole focus in this community is to help you as a spiritual practitioner be free spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. So we focus a lot on the financial piece because a lot of people have a financial challenge. A lot of people are in the money school in this life, just as I am. I'm in the money school. That means most of your big lessons will come to you by way of money. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You're in the money school. One of my coaches told me that there's the money school, the relationship school, and the body school, the health school. And each of us, oh, love the head wrap. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. I tried something new today and I love this. I love it. It makes me feel like a crown. It makes me feel royal and regal. Oh yes, we'll miss you too, Sharifa. Yeah, we know we're gonna see you real soon. Yay, we're gonna see you real soon. I'm in the money school, and maybe some of you are in the money school as well. And the money school means that you learn like your deepest, most profound lessons through money. Of course, we learn through all the schools, yet there's one that's really your school. Some of us are in the relationship school. That means you learn your deepest, most profound, most moving lessons through relationships. And some of us are in the health school. That means we learn our deepest, most profound lessons through the body, temple, and health challenges. Well, or it doesn't even have to be a health challenge. It could be an endurance challenge. Maybe you're a marathon runner. Maybe you're a person that's like an Iron Man, and you learn through the body. And so, and it doesn't say that you're in one school for your entire life. You can switch schools because at some point you may not be in the relationship school, you may be in the money school, and at some point you may not be in the money school, you may be in the relationship school, and yet you kind of default back to a particular school that keeps teaching you. You may slip into another school, you may visit another school and come back to your home base school. I tell you one thing, that money school, whoo, quite a school. Well, they're all quite quite deep, because when something goes wrong with one of those three, you are just in pain. It's pain. And people try to get out of that kind of pain as fast as possible. And I have heard as a coach for over 18 years, two glorious people, glorious, wonderful people. I have heard over the past 18 years, can you be in all of them at one time? Usually not. Usually there's one that's like the deepest core. It's so deep, the thing that you're going through with that school, that you cannot actually pay attention to anything else. It's that all encompassing and it's that deep. And if you are deep into a health challenge, you don't even think about money. You don't care about money. Like if you're writhing in pain in a hospital bed, your mind is not on money and it's not on who loves you. It is get me out of this. It is a painkiller. Get me out of this pain. You are currently, yes, in the health school. Oh, thank you, sunshine. Love the rap. Thank you so much. Right? So the universe isn't cruel. It doesn't put us in all the schools at once. And you never receive any more than you can really handle. It's true what they say in the Bible. Now, the Bible, they made it like it was a God, a person in heaven meeting out all these things. That's just not so. It's just not so. It's foolishness to believe it. There's no big dude. There's no sky God, some big dude in the heavens telling you what to do. No, it's everything's energy and everything is divine, everything is energy. And energy, there's a big source, the one, the true, the beautiful, right? The one, the good, the true, the beautiful source, where we all came from. And it is energy. As Billy Carson says, the frequency. As I experience it is love. Okay. A stroke, that I must be in the healing school, but the stress of financial hardships, I believe, contributed to it. Could have been, Tony, could have been, which means that's an excellent point. That is an excellent point, which means you would have to go to the causative school. Which one caused it? So health could be a symptom of a deeper issue that was catalyzed or caused by the worry over money. Because if we do worry over money over time, something bad is probably going to happen in the body temple, and something bad is definitely going to happen in the relationships. But those were not the causes. So you want to get to the root cause. Yes, family, whenever you're going through something, whenever you're experiencing something, it is critical, it is vital that you gain awareness. If you do not have awareness, you don't have anything. There are three things, three steps, three A's. I've taught this to a lot of coaching clients over the years and to a lot of our students. There are three A's that take you to the door, through the door of transformation. The door of transformation is in front of you. See a door in front of you with three locks. 1, 2, 3. You cannot open the door and step through the door of transformation into your glorious desire of what you desire unless you unlock all three locks. Now you have the three keys in your hands. Yes? And here's the first key. The first key is awareness. You have to take the awareness key and unlock the awareness lock. This means that you are aware of what is truly causing your issue. You have awareness. Without awareness, you cannot heal anything. Awareness says, these money issues is because I'm unworthy. This relationship issue is because I don't have good boundaries due to self-loathing. I invite people to walk all over me. This health issue is because I am deep into guilt and I just guilt myself all the time. And therefore, I am experiencing these health issues because of guilt. That is awareness. Awareness is what is the true underlying issue? What is the true factor at play? What is the energetic cause of this thing on the third dimensional plane? And you've got to go to cause. Now, if you're fighting with the effects, you're fighting with your boo, you're fighting with the hospital, fighting with the doctors, fighting with the bank, fighting with that, you do not yet have awareness. And you cannot swing open the door of transformation and walk into your glorious, greater yet to be your beautiful golden Christ life. You can't walk into that because you don't have awareness. So you're stuck on the side of the door where you are and you can't break through and you're trying to figure out why nothing's working, why it's not working. Trust me, people still on that side of the door for decades. My hand is raised. Okay, because we don't have awareness. That was my whole 20s and 30s. That was my whole 20s and 30s, fighting outside things with zero awareness. It wasn't until I started in my 40s to get some awareness that maybe this is me. When I got deeper and deeper and deeper into my spirituality, because in my 20s, I was still in the cult. In my 30s, I was coming into my own. I was doing my own thing. I was hedonism. I didn't want awareness. I wanted to do whatever I felt like doing, whenever I felt like doing it. Okay. Just 10 minutes ago. Come on, Wendy Cosmic Witch. You know we got you. You know we got you. Right? So I could not figure it out. It seemed like I was banging my head against the wall. Why do I still keep landing in the same place over and over and over again? What the fuck is wrong with me? I think I can figure it out. I'm a smart person. I'm an intelligent person. I went to school. I got degrees. I got a job. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Why am I still here? Well, there's a simple reason you're here, beloved. The reason you're here is because you have not yet unlocked these 3 locks on this door transformation into your beautiful, gorgeous Christ golden life. So the first door, the first key is awareness. And most people are not willing to be aware because most people are not willing to look at themselves. And when I say awareness, I mean that you have got to get deep into that shadow and understand that there are shadow and issues that are plaguing us that we have not yet dealt with, have not yet faced, and we're afraid to face our shadow. And so therefore we choose to stay unaware, blame it on other people and everything like that. And at the end of the day, we still don't have satisfaction. We're laying on our bed at night about to cry and sad and all verklempt because all the pieces, as they say, because we have not become aware. We don't want to become aware. We don't want to wake up, and the universe will continue to send you signs to wake up, beloved. Wake up, beloved. Wake up, beloved. Right, Nelson? You know what I'm talking about? I'm not the only one that's been through this many times. How many times have I been through this? Oh, here we go again, round and round on this Ferris wheel again. Oh my God. Or a merry-go-round. It was like a merry-go-round of horrors. Oh God, it was so painful, right? And I just didn't know. I didn't have awareness. Okay. Now, the second key that is in the door is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement says that I must own and acknowledge. This is the ownership step. This is the power step. This is where you take it on. This is where you take yourself on. This is where you choose that you're never, ever again going to blame anyone. You're never again, ever going to put it in somebody else's put the ball in somebody else's court. You're the ball, you're the cause. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement says, aha, I see. You need to draw the line. You need to connect the dots. I see that my guilt gave me this body. You connect the dots. You can't just be aware and leave it at that. No, 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 boo. You still have work to do. You still have 2 more locks to unlock because the universe is like, you still didn't get it. You still didn't get it. And all the universe wants you to do is get it. That's all. And why the universe is not punishing anyone. This is not a punitive system. Stop thinking that this is a punitive system. It's a love system. It's a system that lovingly teaches you because every day there's not a second that God is not speaking to you. That source, the one, the truth, the beautiful is not speaking to you. There's not a second. Now, are we listening? Are we tuned in? Do we do it? Are there other competing ideas? Are we even quieting our mind enough to hear the one, the true, the beautiful that is actually yourself? Well, those are questions. Now, the second step, acknowledgement. These are the 3 A's. I promise you, this will get you out of things. And I taught this in my book, The Spiritual Badassery. If you don't have spiritual badassery, get it. And I'm just looking around because spiritual badassery is right here under my computer. So I can't move it right now because I have it propped up perfectly because I'm not home where I have everything. I'm at my spot in Miami with family. So when I'm here, I kind of have to make a studio. So anyway, that's step two, put these steps in the chat. Step one, awareness. You cannot go anywhere without these 3 steps. And when I learned these 3 steps, I just used them. See, when you learn a secret from the spirituality, from your walk of being a hero on the hero's quest, when you learn something, you're supposed to activate it. When you learn it, you're supposed to do. You see, that is the way that you gain wisdom. You see, it's one thing to know it in your mind. That is called knowledge. And some people in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual community, they have a whole big, huge head because they have a lot of knowledge. We don't need more smart people. We need more activated people, right? I would take some dumb activated people over some super smart unactivated people because unactivated people don't get up and do the thing. They know a lot though. They know a whole fucking lot. Okay? So step 2 is that you must acknowledge that you are the cause. So in awareness, you find out what is at the core of this thing. You find out what exactly is causing this thing. And it's always something in you. Acknowledgement is where you see, oh, I did this. That changes everything. Nobody did anything to me. Step 2 is where you stop becoming a victim. Step 2 is when you become God. You're on the path of becoming God. You're like, oh, wait a minute. If I caused that, then what could I cause on the other side? That's when you take ownership, responsibility. You see, you cannot create without ownership and without responsibility because you're still waiting for someone to do it. You're still looking for a savior. That's why most Christians are not through their transformation door into their wonderful, greater, wonderful world of yet to be because the religion keeps them pressed down and decrepit and burdened, which was never Christ's intention, kept them burdened so that they don't step into their ownership or power. They keep just one day, and they singing all these gospel songs. This is gonna pass one day. I'm just believing you, God, till I get to the other side. I'm just believing you because I know what you can do, God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I hope he do it. He didn't do it for me yet, but I'm hoping. Keep hope alive. Stop it. Oh my goodness, so many people are living there. It's never going to get you there, baby. It's never going to get you there. This is your friendly neighborhood Christian which showed up to tell you that you are the power in your life. Acknowledgement. That is number 2. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement says, okay, it's on me. And in acknowledgement, you take ownership, you take responsibility, you become God in your life. You know you are cause, and you acknowledge, I am cause in my life and nothing else. And you take that key and you unlock the second lock, but bam! Here's a third key. This one's hard too. All 3 of them are hard. I don't want to say hard because I don't like to use that word, yet it's super challenging for humans. You know why? Because humans don't like to do any of this. Humans don't like to tell themselves the truth. We just don't like it. We don't like truth. We don't like to tell ourselves the truth. We don't like to own our shit. We like to blame things on other people. We like to act like we're pristine and wonderful and everybody else is the culprit. We like to act like people are doing something to us and we did nothing to deserve it. We like to cast ourselves as angels and everybody else is the demon. These are just garden variety things that humans love to do in our minds. We have all these constructs in our minds that stop us from being aware, taking responsibility, and owning everything you've created. Okay, I created this whole body situation because my guilt led me here. Okay, I created this whole relationship issue because I got so much anger and I am so angry and I have created an angry relationship. Okay, well, here's the third one. I have practiced these over and over and over again over the years. I have taught this over and over again over the years, and I promise you it works like a charm. You work it. Please don't believe me. Please use it. I don't ask for believers. I don't want anyone to believe me. Please use it and come back and tell us exactly what happened. Here is number 3. Number 3 is acceptance. No, Casey, no, don't say it. Acceptance. 3 is acceptance. You still have you have two locks you have 2 locks that have been unlocked. You have a third lock. It's not, the door hasn't swung open to you, to your lovely, gorgeous life, or your lovely, gorgeous manifestation, or whatever thing you're going for in the moment. Ooh, time, right? Acceptance. I read a quote the other day from Eckhart Tolle. He said, whatever is in front of you, he said, accept it like you chose it. Accept it as if you had chosen it. Oh no, but they cheated on me. I don't accept this. No, they're a liar. They're a cheat. Oh, they ghosted me after they promised me. Oh, this is terrible. They quit me and they betrayed me. Oh, I'm not accepting that. This is where you put your big girl's drawers on, your big boy boxers. Acceptance. This is where you stop fighting things. This is all in the book Spiritual Badassery. This is where you stop fighting things, and I give you lessons. I give you, along with it, I just want to show it to you one quick second. Then we're going to come off screen share again to come to, because I want you to have the tools. I want you to be tooled up. Do you know how many books I just went to my storage yesterday and cleared out more stuff and cleared out more stuff. Do you know how many books I released? I was like, wow, I remember reading these books 20 years ago, 18 years ago, 25 years ago. I remember reading this book. Wow, now I can release it because these are not books I'm going to read. And I gave away a bunch of books yesterday. Here is Spiritual Badassery. In Spiritual Badassery, I give you the steps, and then I give you the lines to write so you can write in journal, and then I give you coloring pages so you can color in and meditate. These are meditative, these are mandalas. I love coloring mandalas while I'm meditating. That's a great way to meditate. If you can't meditate, you need Spiritual Badassery. Okay, now acceptance. Let's talk about it. Because, ooh, it's getting real in here. Thank you, Spirit, for getting hot in here. We just began. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Acceptance comes in. And you know how you have acceptance? You can tell that you have acceptance. When you have acceptance, you can, MT1111 Ministries, thank you so much. And you know what we talked about in the Amazon class? All of that. Amazon Love Your Book is all up on Spiritual Badassery. So we'll tell you more about that in a moment, because I'm going to start running a campaign, a marketing campaign, ad campaign on Amazon ads to Spiritual Badassery, but I got to make sure it's right first. Yes, whatever in front of us, our next co-creative is our next co-creative partner. Yes, Kim. We don't need to like it, but we bought it to ourselves. Yes. Yes. We have a hard time with that one. Oh, we have a hard time with all 3 of them. Well, let me say that we have a challenging time with all 3 of them, because it's so much easier to just not do them. It's so much easier. See, these are you climbing up your Mount Everest. So much easier to lay on the sofa and watch Netflix and eat ice cream and chill and act like you ain't got nothing better to do with your life and just veg. That's easy. Doing this, you're climbing your Mount Everest. Remember what I say all the time, no one ever fell up a mountain. No one ever fell up a mountain, beloved. You are going to climb. You are going to work for it, and you want to work for it. Why? Because we get satisfaction from that. We get satisfaction. This is the 9 of, is it the 9? The 9 of cups in tarot, or is it 10 of cups? Let me get my cups correct. Let me get 10 of cups. This is the whole story of 10 of cups and it's tarot. No, not 10 of cups, 9 of cups. Hold on. Let me go to 9 of cups, because 9 of cups and 10 of cups, sometimes that rainbow of cups gets me. Let's go to the tarot. The tarot showed you this. Here it is. Here is 9 of cups in the tarot. Boom. That's the story. Do you see how satisfied he is? Do you see that he is sitting there because he lined up all 9 of his cups? Do you see that he worked hard and he did what he had to do in his emotional body? He did what he had to do in his physical body. He did what he had to do in his heart, because cups are the heart. It's the cauldron. It's the emotions. It's the feeling. He cleaned up. He went into the shadow and cleaned up his emotional body. He has all 9 of his cups lined up just the way he wants them. This is satisfaction. Why? Because he did the work. That's the energetic message of this card. When you do the work, you get the result. When you do the work, you feel good. When you do the work, then you can sit there satisfied and look like, yeah, I did that. And it is going to be a challenge, but how do you feel when you run a marathon and you get through the rope? How do you feel when you were gritty and dirty and you were going through some kind of training and you made it, and now you have your stars and your certificates? How did we feel when my daughter graduated LSU and these kids that graduated? Do you understand that they had COVID during their college? They got sent home. They got threatened to be jabbed. They were away from their parents when the whole COVID thing hit. They were sent home, brought back, sent home again, brought back. Do you realize that we traumatized these kids that are graduating college now? They had COVID during college, so we've got to take extra special care of these children because they experienced some traumas and they were away from home. They didn't even have their mother and father there to hug them, to love them. I was talking to my daughter just about every day. They had all these mental health crises going on campus. All the therapists couldn't even get kids in fast enough. They're so alone. They're taking drugs. Somebody on campus committed suicide. It's pretty sad. First year she was there. It was pretty sad. Okay. So family, you've got to do the work. And what is, as my mama says, Reverend Dr. Yola Van said, do your work. Do your work. Stop looking at everyone else. Stop looking in the next lane. Stop looking in the other lane. Put your head down and do your work and watch what happens. Is that clear enough for all of us? Because we got so much commentary on somebody else's life. And we can say to our kids what they're supposed to be doing, and to our boo what they're supposed to be doing, and to the mama and to the daddy. And I wish my mama and daddy would do this. And I wish you would be in your own lane doing your own work. Because I promise you, if you're in your own lane doing your own work, you wouldn't even notice what other people are doing. And if you did notice what they were doing, it certainly wouldn't be any cause for your feathers to be ruffled, because you would be so deep into your God self that you would know exactly what to say and do for them when you are in this. Now, let's add another piece to acceptance, because many of us do not understand what acceptance means. Here's what clients have said to me over the years. Clients have said to me, but KAISI, Reverend Val, oh, but Rev, if I accept it, doesn't it mean that I'm just telling the universe I want to live with this? That's what people think. They think acceptance means, okay, throw up my hands. I guess I just got to accept this, fill in the blank, this dysfunctional, bad outcome that I really don't want. I guess I just have to accept it. That's not acceptance. Okay. That is not acceptance. That is not acceptance. That is acquiescence. That means you need to go back. If you have that feeling or that sense about acceptance, when you hear acceptance and you get kind of deflated, like, then that means you haven't done step 2 thoroughly. You see, these are somewhat sequential, even though they also are circular, because sometimes you need a little more awareness. Sometimes you need a little more acknowledgement. Sometimes you need a little more acceptance. They're somewhat linear and they're also circular, like everything in spirituality, right? So when you get to this whole acceptance thing, what is acceptance? Acceptance says, I understand that this thing is in front of me, even though I don't like it and I don't want it. I understand it serves some very beautiful purpose for me to go up. That will cause you to lean in and not fight. No, I don't want this diagnosis from the doctor. No, I don't want this kid to act this way. No, I don't want this relationship to do this. I don't want him to do that. I don't want her to do that. I don't want my mama to do that. I don't want my daddy to do that. And you're just in all this fighting of your whole life. You're just fighting rather than being in acceptance. How can you tell that you are in acceptance? This is how you can tell when you are in acceptance. This is the absolute tell that you are in acceptance, because you're in peace. with what other people do, whatever it is, you remain in peace. That's how you know you are in acceptance. Acceptance has within it peace. It's like acceptance is a clam, and you open the clam, and inside you see the pearl of high value that is peace of mind. That is the pearl of high value that Christ talked about, and that Jesus said if you lost it, you would sweep your whole house clean until you found it. That peace of mind. And your kids is doing that, you still have peace of mind. And your boo is doing that, you still have peace of mind. And the people are doing this, and you got some trolls online, and you got some bad comments, and you got some people who are talking about you, and you got somebody trying to betray you, and you still have peace of mind. That means you're in acceptance. And what happens when you are in acceptance? When you're in acceptance, you lean in and you say, what is this here to teach me? This is a teacher. This thing becomes a gift giver, a way shower. This thing becomes your salvation if you lean in and accept it. So someone just did something to you that you don't like. First of all, no one can do anything to you. Someone did something in your presence. Okay, let's talk. Let's take cheated on, because that was a big thing for me. Okay, my relationship, he cheated on me. I was so devastated and all that stuff. The truth is, I told myself the truth. The truth is, a penis went into another vagina, or whatever the configuration was, right into another mouth or another booty hole, whatever it is. I don't know. All the things that we do, right? On the other side of town, I wasn't even there. What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Now, the truth is that has nothing to do with me. That is the truth. Yet I had a big story in my head. And of course, Miracle says the only time that you are upset is because you've traded illusions for truth. Because if you were in truth, you wouldn't be upset. Yeah, if you're in illusion, you're going to be very upset because you have traded illusion for truth. And every time you trade truth for illusions, you will be upset. Okay, so I'm upset. Why? Because in my mind is a big illusion. And the illusion I have in my mind is this person is never supposed to sleep with anybody else for the rest of their life. Why? Who made that up? Who said that? Did God say that about them? No. They told us God said that. God didn't say that. This person is never going to find anyone attractive. There's going to be no other booty better than mine, or no other sex better than mine for the rest of this person's life. Is that true? Hell to the no, that's not true. You probably could throw a stone and hit 5 booties better than yours. I'm just your sister telling you the truth. This is just auntie telling you the truth, boo. You could probably throw a stone in front of the stripper joint and get 10 women in there that can sex him 20 times better than you can. That's just the truth. Be okay with it. When you be okay with these things, and you can let somebody else sex him while you watch it, eat some popcorn out. It's like, hey, she's sucking dick better than I do. Go right ahead, have at it, girlfriend. I'll watch. I'll watch and do my own thing. Let me get out my vibrator. That's when you start to get into acceptance. You are not in acceptance because you have a big story in your head that is not true. That was a big one for me. Ooh, that was a big one for me. Now I be watching people do all kinds of shit, and it's like it's hysterical. Because once you know, come on, money in the vortex. Where is my bell? You know I got my bell. Come on, somebody gets it up in here. Come on, Ty. Because women, we love to say he cheated on me. Please stop that. Please stop that. Please stop saying he cheated on me. It looks desperate and weak. And we as women are the strongest forces going. It looks desperate and weak. He cheated on me. Come on, girlfriend. No. No, 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 no. He had an experience with another vagina, or whatever the configuration is. Who cares? You weren't even there. Had nothing to do with you. You didn't even know about it until later on. When it was happening, you were probably somewhere enjoying an avocado toast, or enjoying whatever, shopping in Nordstrom with his cards, or whatever you were doing. You didn't know anything about it until you found out about it. And when you found out about it, then you got upset. That right there shows you that it's illusion and not truth. None of this stuff is true. It's all illusion. It's all the drama of the third dimension. It makes no sense. And it's just stuff to trip you up if you fall into the traps. The universe wants you to rise above all that. I promise you, if you rise above all that, you will be in peace. You will be in peace, and you'll be in acceptance. Acceptance says, aha. See, acceptance can only come after acknowledgement. When you acknowledge, oh, I'm the cause of these things. Oh, I'm creating these things. Broomstick sweeping. Come on, Lynn. Sharifa said, this is real conversation this morning. I'm wide awake now. Was the cheated on you part that got everybody wide awake? Like, wait a minute, let me listen to what Rev was saying. I was cooking some eggs, but wait a minute, let me drop these eggs. What you talking about, Rev? I see y'all in y'all houses and they're laying in the bed with the lover. And then they sit up. Wait a minute. What's Rev talking about? Wait a minute. Shh, 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 shh. Everybody, kids, shut up. KAISI. Ooh, KAISI saying something right now. Let me tell you. Okay. Because sometimes y'all be half listening to KAISI and then something happened. Like, wait a minute. What did she just say? Let me rewind. Okay, so you're upset about this whole relationship thing. Boo, you created that whole relationship thing exactly the way you wanted to. And here's how good acceptance gets. Acceptance said, aha, okay, like Eckhart Tolle said, he said, accept the thing in front of you as if you had requested it, as if you had asked for it, as if you yourself had ordered it from the kitchen, from the chef, special made. Aha, I ordered this thing from the kitchen exactly like this. I ordered and here's another story that I hear from coaching clients, that between my stories and coaching client stories, it's hilarious. Life on planet Earth is hilarious. We're running around doing all kinds of trash. Okay. All right. So until we wake up and realize, well, what are we really getting out of that? What are we getting out of lack of integrity? What are we getting out of being dishonest? What are we getting out of not being authentic? What are we getting out of trash relationships? Just go in your relationship and both of you say, I don't really want to be here. You don't want to be here either. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Or this sex is not good. Should we fix it? Or do we want to just open it up and have sex with other people too? How about just having real, truthful, honest conversations and not being illusions? That will cut through all of that. It's a big head story. Okay, so here's one from a client. And I'm because I'm just listening to these stories. These stories are fascinating, I promise you. Here comes a story from a client. And Reverend Val, she was super upset. And I am not one to make fun of people's upset because I've been super upset in my life too. Yet later on, this is replay and share. Whole family is getting this. We all been there, haven't we? This relationship stuff. Ooh, I cheated on you. Oh, or you find the evidence. Ooh, even worse, they don't tell you. You just find the evidence. Oh my God, that's what happened to me. I was like, oh, heartbroken. And then when I saw the Holy Spirit said, well, I call it the Holy Spirit. Call it whatever you want. The Holy Spirit said, oh, I was like, how could this happen to me? It said, because you cheated on you. What do you mean? Well, you said you was going to be at the yoga studio. You have been to the yoga studio since Jesus was on the planet. You said you was going to stop eating donuts, but you riding by Krispy Kreme and there go the hot light on and you go inside. Oh, you said you was going to stop shopping and spending all that money in Target, TJ Maxx. But here you rolling up in the parking lot of Burlington yet again with a Ross next to it. When you see Ross, you get all excited. This is just my crazy story. When you see Ross and Burlington and TJ Maxx, you get all excited. You jump out. You got to run into those stores, spending money you know you don't need to be spending. You could have put that money in investments. Oh, but he cheated on you. Or who cheated on you? Oh, damn. I cheated on me. I cheated on me continuously. I was the one who created the cheated on me protocol. I made the pattern. Then I gave it to the people in my relationships. I made the cheat on. This is how, if you want to cheat on Val, this is how you do it. I wrote the script and then I gave it to them and they followed the script. Why am I mad? Because they followed the script that I gave them. That's the job of the people around you. The job of the people around you is to follow the script that you gave them. How they are treating you is exactly according to the script that you gave them. You wrote the script, boo. And you know what's beautiful about it? At any time, you can write another script. You can say, hold up, wait a minute, let's put some loving in it. And you can write a whole new script. Oh, Lord Jesus, somebody ought to be throwing money at a witch this morning because this witch is preaching. Whoo, child. Preaching. Spirit. I don't know what spirit is doing. Spirit is like, somebody got to listen to something before we go into the mantra for today. Okay, so let's go back to acceptance. I cheated on me. I cheated on me. I was the original cheat on me. So how's somebody going to cheat on you when you already cheated on yourself? But you don't want to acknowledge all of your multiple cheats on yourself and they got one. Come on now. This is what it means when Christ said, take the log out of your own eye, the rafter out of your own eye before you attempt to take the straw out of your brother's eye. But yet you want to go to your brother. You want to be all mad with your brother when you need to look in the mirror. Ooh, it's in the mirror. It's the man in the mirror. That's what Michael Jackson told you. Okay. So this is what one of my clients said to me. She was so upset because people get very upset when these things come up. This is what one of my clients said to me. Hey, Rev, he went to the Korean spa and he got a happy ending. I didn't know at that time what a happy ending was. So I was kind of like, you have to be very gentle and very kind with clients when they're having these experiences. Okay, beloved, what is a happy ending? It's when she described a happy ending. I was like, oh my, he had a good time in the spa that day. Them Korean spa people, they doing more than what I thought they were doing up in that spa. Wait a minute, let me go over there and get a happy ending. Do they accept women? I thought it was a great idea. No, I wouldn't have said that to her though. He got a happy ending. I was like, okay. And we have to come back to the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, okay, he could have got 10 happy endings that week. I promise you, if he told you about one happy ending, he probably had 20 before that, baby, because men are like that. Men will get theirs. And I love that about men because I love men. I have a whole lot of men around me. I have wonderful men around me, wonderful men in my camp that love me. And I promise you, men will get theirs. Women are the ones over here sacrificing and suffering. I sacrificed for you. Nobody told you to put an S on your chest and a cape on your back and be superwoman and sacrifice for me. Men are going to go golfing with their golf buddies. Men are going to go to the strip club with their buddies. Men are going to go they're going to create the next buddy. They're waiting for the next buddy to get married so they can get a nice bachelor party and bring over the chick that could put a bottle up her thing and put a well, I tell you, in Thailand, they had birds in there. One girl put a bird in and took a bird out. Another girl had fish up there. She could, over the fish bowl, she could plop the fish out over the fish bowl. Another girl was shooting ping pong balls out of her thing, her coochie. Let me tell you, they got they have a whole lot of wonderful things that can supply your man and your women with whatever you want. Money in the morning, baby. Okay. So we're not going to be up here acting like we don't know. And we're not going to be up here acting like it's the other person's fault. And we're not going to be up here not being spiritual giants. We just cannot do that. We cannot go around looking like spiritual punks. We're here to be spiritual badasses. And so you need to own up. You need to step up. You need to say, okay, if somebody cheated on me, where did I, in acknowledgement, see, cheating on me, let's run through it. Cheated on me with the 3 steps. You cheated on me. You said you was gonna love me forever, and then you went and got a happy ending. We're all upset. Okay. Have your upset. Have it. I'm not telling you not to have your upset. Have your upset. Cry, kick and scream, go in the woods, yell, beat the ground. Don't do it with that person. Do it with yourself. Give yourself the beauty of your own expression. Express, never suppress your feelings. Say what you got to say. Don't yell at other people. Just get it off of you. Get it out of you. Pour it out, cry it out, scream it out. Go in the woods, stay there overnight, kick a screen under the full moon, go to the beach, yell at the ocean, well around on the sand. Get this stuff out of you. It's just energy moving through. Okay. And then once you get all the energy moving through, then say, okay, I am aware that I have continuously cheated on myself. This is what a spiritual badass looks like. I am aware. A spiritual badass is not one that has solved all their problems. A spiritual badass is one that does the work, relentlessly, ruthlessly taking self on and no one else. I am aware that I have not only once repeated on myself, repeatedly cheated on myself, that I have made a habit and a lifelong practice of cheating on myself. I'm aware. Okay, acknowledgement. Here's how a spiritual badass handles acknowledgement. I own everything that has happened in all my relationships. I own my experience. You can't own what somebody else did. Somebody else did what they did. I own my experience in it. I own that I put myself in a relationship with someone who would show me how much I cheat on me. I own that I created this whole scenario. Well, I created the happy ending spa I created the girl down the street with the big booty. My consciousness went out and found a girl with a perfect booty that would get my man to whip his head around and go do something on the other side of town. I did all that. I summoned the girl with the big booty to me, and the dude that would go for that big booty. I made this whole thing up in my big head. I did all of this. And then it starts to become funny because you're like, oh, damn. Let me tell you, Thailand, they will hook you up in I've never seen anything Thailand like Thailand. And they have zero crime, and weed is legal. Weed is in the supermarkets, and you can get sex at every bar. It's lovely. It's very lovely. Those people are free. They don't have, that's what it looks like if you don't have any of these Christian constraints of good and evil on your consciousness. That's what a freedom consciousness looks like. Just go to Thailand just for that. Okay, that's a spiritual badass. This is a spiritual badass. This is a spiritual gangster. See, a spiritual gangster only takes themselves on. They don't stand there and yell at other people. They know that's pointless. You can't create in my life. I'm the only one that can create in your life. In my life, you are the only one that can create in your life. Okay, the spiritual gangster then goes to step 3 and says, okay, I accept what I have created in this relationship. I have created an inauthentic relationship by being inauthentic. I can accept that. I accept that I am now in a place where I don't want to be, yet I'm learning so much and I can feel so much peace. And you know how you're really in acceptance? Because you don't want it to be different than what it is. Boom, boom, boom. If you want it to be different than what it is, you are not in acceptance. People who are in acceptance don't need it to be any different. If you still need it to be different, you want it to be different, you're hoping it would be different, you just not okay with it, you're not in acceptance, boo, and that's okay. Give yourself more time to simply be in acceptance. You're not in acceptance yet. And you cannot rush any of these steps. That's why the only important thing is for you to do the great work. What is it? Henosis. What is henosis? Henosis is you becoming one with the great, the true, the beautiful, the good. That's henosis. That's you becoming God. And that's your only focus. And that's people in the mystery school. When people come into the mystery school has one aim, the great work. It's called work. The great work. It's the greatest work you're going to do of what? Your own consciousness, and you ascending your consciousness and becoming God, where none of these things touch you. You walk in the rarefied air of God. Abraham said it. He said, and God in whose presence I walk. That's what Abraham said. That's why we're still talking about Abraham. That's why Abraham is the father of billions of people on the planet. There was a promise. This is a story. We don't know if Abraham is real. Well, I think Abraham is real. We have some historical evidence for Abraham. Yet Abraham became the father of a multitude. How did he become a father of a multitude? Because Islamic people came from Abraham through Hagar and Ishmael. The Jewish people came through Abraham through Isaac and Sarah. And the Jewish people came through Abraham from ripping off the Jewish religion and running with it. Okay? So Abraham is a spiritual father of billions of people, probably 2/3 of the world. Abraham is the spiritual father of 2/3 of people of the world. Okay. So great multitude. Okay. So when you look at the acceptance level that you're in, you might be in 80% acceptance. The door is not going to open yet. You might be in full on fight. You haven't accepted any of it. That I'm not accepting this. You even say it. The universe is like, ooh, she's gonna be stuck. Listen, 11/11s. That's when your spirit team, they huddle in heaven. They say, okay, well, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna do some more 11/11s for her. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, all your people, the ascended masters that are looking over you, your higher self. Your higher self is talking to them, telling them, what are we gonna do? Your higher self is at the head of the table. What are we gonna do? Because she doesn't get it yet. You're going to send 11/11s today. Okay, great. Feathers, perfect. White feathers. She loves those. What else? You're going to get the 3-year-olds to say some things to her that will bring her back to her senses. Great. Okay, team, go. And then they're going to go, and heaven is going to try to keep getting you right. This is such a loving system. This is such a loving system because you're always getting inklings. You're always getting intuitive hits. You're always receiving love that's saying, go this way, go this way, go. It's gentle, it's soft, and it's gentle, right? When you don't need things to change, You are in acceptance. You don't need it to change. Now, here's what's about to happen. Are you ready for this? 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 This is going to blow your mind. Here is the gift of doing the work. As soon as you don't need it to change, it changes. Don't ask me why that works like that. Spirituality is full of paradoxes. As soon as you don't need the thing to change, it changes on a dime. Well, damn, I didn't even do anything. And the thing just flipped itself. It righted itself. There was nothing you even had to do other than put yourself in the right alignment, put yourself on truth, and boom, everything click, 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 click. It's like the tumblers click, and boom, the door swings open. Because you took that third key, you turned it in the lock. Acceptance. You're in peace. Yes, the power of true surrender. You're in peace. You're not fighting anything. You're at peace with everything that is. You're in the airport. Your flight gets delayed. Great. My flight must have got delayed for a good reason. My flight was delayed. At first, I was like, okay. I was in acceptance because I travel a lot all over the world. These things are not unusual. And so I'm just, on the computer cooking up something lovely and delicious for the. I was cooking up the page. I just love cooking these pages up. I was cooking up the page and the class. Oh, I have the God bugs for the one day. You're booking one day because I'm going to teach you something that if you learn these skills, you can just do it over and over and over and over and over again, right? So I was cooking up the one your booking one day. If you're not in your booking one day yet, so many people are registering for your booking one day. Don't lose your space if you want to be there live with us. Remember, the live has a limited amount of seats. Live has a limited amount of seats. Now, afterwards, when it's a digital product and it's in the course, unlimited. Everyone on the planet can get in. If you want to get in live, you want to answer your questions, then you want to be there. Okay, so I'm at the airport and flight's delayed. Okay, it was supposed to leave at 5:55. Flight's delayed to 6:35. Okay, no big deal. I'm in acceptance. I'm relaxing. Let me put this in the chat for you all. Get into class. Get into class. Get into class. Okay, there's the class link for you. Okay, so I'm still in peace. I'm still in acceptance. I'm working on my this lovely book class for all of our authors. We've been working with authors for so many years in my coaching practice. It's one of the most fulfilling things that I do is working with authors, right? Okay, so here we are. Nothing happened. 6:19. Nothing happened, and this flight's supposed to leave it. Okay, delayed again. 7:06. Okay, at about 8 something. Here I go, start looking around. Wait a minute. Now, mind you, I could have kept going working on what I was working on. I was feeling happy. I was all caught up. It didn't even matter that the flight was delayed. I'm just working. I'm just playing it. We're in New Orleans. I mean, it's lovely. New Orleans has a lovely airport. You got the plugs right there. You got your nice little sipping, your nice little latte. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this moment. That's what acceptance will tell you, that at every moment, there's nothing wrong with this moment. The only thing that makes up a problem with this moment is your mind. There's never anything wrong with any moment. There's nothing. Every moment is perfect. You're in a perfect moment right here, right now. There is never anything wrong with any moment. The only thing that makes you think that there's something wrong with the moment is your mind. Your mind made up a story. And the only time we suffer or become upset is when we trade truth for illusion. So I was sitting there, and at first I was peaceful. But then after a while, it kept going on, and then it went on again, and then it went on. And next thing you know, I wasn't in acceptance anymore. So does your acceptance have limits? I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, ooh, thank you for that delayed plane, because I'm seeing I'm seeing the limits of my acceptance. And I can be accepting for a little bit. And I'll go along and I'll be accepting. And I'll go along and I'll be accepting. But at some point, I'm going to be like, what's going on? Ooh, you're not in acceptance, Val. See, I wasn't in anger yet because I rarely go to anger. First of all, it's not so much of my nature because Libras are more, kind of even balanced people. Yet, and Libras won't argue with you. They will debate the hell out of you. They won't argue you. And then in addition to that, after you've been doing so much meditation and so much spirituality, what's the point of getting angry when you could just laugh? That's the point. You just don't have it in you anymore. to just get angry and go off on people and do all those things I used to do when I was a hellion. Well, anyway, I saw this is inappropriate for the spiritual teacher that you are. This is inappropriate for what you know, Valerie. It is inappropriate, not wrong. Don't ever make yourself wrong. Never guilt yourself. Just acknowledge that it is inappropriate for what you know for you to be experiencing that. And you need to shift yourself immediately. And what do you do to shift yourself? You do your PBG. Pause, breathe, go within. Pause. I need a PBG. Pause, breathe. Deep breath. Center. And when I say go within, that means you are now in source. You are now in your higher self. And you are now home. You're not out there scrambling around in the streets anymore, being angry at people and being upset because things are not going your way. You're not in that anymore. You're in peace. Okay? I also want to answer something. I saw Gabrielle. She made a powerful comment on the Soul Excursions group. And in the Soul Excursions group, she said, I'm disappointed about Zanzibar because I really wanted to go to Zanzibar. Well, here's the deal. This is how it would help that too. Since this is a public comment, we can all benefit from it, right? The beauty of it is that acceptance doesn't have disappointment. Acceptance doesn't have sadness. For me, acceptance doesn't have anger. Acceptance doesn't have fight. Acceptance doesn't have hate. Acceptance doesn't have impatience. Acceptance doesn't have any of those things. It just means that's an opportunity for us to grow. Do you understand that the first time we said we were going to Thailand and it did not work, I was like, okay, I want to do this book retreat in Thailand. It's not working. No one had registered for it because we never have anything move in the schedule that anyone has registered for. And indeed, people registering for it, it tells us that people want it, right? So, okay, it's not working out. Acceptance never forces. Acceptance doesn't force things. Acceptance is the Tao. Acceptance is the flow. The Tao, the way of the Tao is flow. When you are in acceptance, you are in flow. Right? You're in flow with the whole universe, you're in flow, which means you're in flow with yourself because you are the universe. So it didn't work out the first time we were going to go to Thailand. Didn't work. Why wasn't it not working? But I know better than to force things because when I force things, I hurt myself. I don't hurt the universe. That's me banging my head against the wall. I don't hurt the universe. I hurt myself whenever I force things. Please, can we get a smash-a-thon? Smash that like button, baby. Smash it up. Please put comments on Facebook. Please give us some energy, baby, because Spirit is giving you a lot of energy this morning, and you just want to give energy also for the whole universe. We're here for everyone on the entire planet. Yes? So smash up the likes, smash up the likes. We haven't even gotten into the word for the day yet. God almighty, we got the word for the day. Okay, now. So, acceptance. I had to be in acceptance with Thailand. Now I'm a global retreat leader. I love leading retreats. I love doing our events. I love teaching in person. I love all that. I do not prefer teaching online. I don't prefer it. That's right. Never force anything. Right, Dawn? Don't force it. Get in the way of the Tao. And people confuse these energies. Oh my God, they confuse these energies so much. They think intention is force. Intention is not force. Intention means this is what I'm doing. Decide what you're going. I'm going to the Christian Witches Convention. That's a decision. That's not force. And I'm sticking to my intention because I know resistance and challenges are going to come up. And I'm going to overcome the resistance and challenge because I'm a magician. I'm a witch. I'm a warlock. I am a wizard. I'm a mage. And I do magic. And I work magic with my will and with my intention. And I'm focused and I'm getting there. That's not force. That's the necessary magic required for you to manifest anything. Have you ever manifested anything that you didn't have that just fell in your lap out the clear blue sky? That's not how manifestation works. So people think that if they are in intention and will and powering forward, they think that means force. That's not force. Force is the door closed and you trying to jam it open. That's not it. You'll hurt yourself. And for all your manifestations, people, do you know how many times spiritual people have told me, but I didn't do it, puppy? That's what Phoebe does. Yes. I tell you, look at a 3-year-old, look at a 4-year-old, look at a 5-year-old. They never force. They get their way. How does a 3-year-old get their way? Can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have that? We're gonna get that lollipop, right? You told me I could have a lollipop. I can get. Am I getting the lollipop now? When am I gonna get the lollipop? Can I have the? Are we having the lollipop later? They didn't force and run into the store and bust the door down and grab the lollipops off the shelf. I damn well bet you they will have that lollipop at the end of the day because they set an intention for that lollipop and a will, and they have a one-track mind on the lollipop, and universe will give them the lollipop. You will get up at 5 o'clock, you're all the way home, you've driven through town, and they say you're in the driveway and you're so happy to be home, and they say, but it did, and they look up and say, but did we get the lollipop? What are you going to do? You are going to turn, because you already told this kid you're going to get them a lollipop. Anybody that has kids knows that a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, kids, oh, they manifest, they do better magic than humans. Adults just give up. Well, it wasn't working, so I just thought it wasn't God. Baby, it wasn't working because you wasn't working. Do your work, do your magic, power forward. Power and force are two different things. You must understand the distinction between these. And the way that I got this distinction is the book by Dr. David R. Hawkins, Power versus Force. Force doesn't work. Force is not going to work. Power always works over force. Stay in your power and get what you have, get what you desire. Power. You're going to power forward. You're not going to force and bust doors down and knock people over and do this and do that. It doesn't work, and it makes a mess. Bull in a china shop. Okay, that's your grandbaby. He asks over and over until he gets what he wants every time. Every time. They will get that bike whether you can afford it or not. They will get that new Nintendo game whether you can afford it or not. They will find a way. They are so powerful, but they're not forcing. They can't drive the car. But they're using all their magical powers to get what they desire. And where did you lose what you had as a kid? When you were a kid, you got all these things. You got all kinds of stuff. You got lollipops, you got bikes, and you didn't know where they came from, and you didn't care, and you didn't have money, and you didn't have a job. How did you get all these things? You had the new sneakers you wanted, and you didn't have everything you wanted. The things that you really wanted, you probably got them. You are a great manifester. When did you leave all that stuff alone? Stop leaving your child self. That's what Christ said. One must become a child again. That's what it means, that your inner child can do all these things. Your inner child can manifest. That is your innocence within you that knows that it doesn't have any guilt. Guilt makes you sabotage yourself out of things that you really could have or desire because you feel guilty. The inner child isn't guilty. The inner child knows I should have that lollipop. I want that lollipop. For what? Nothing more than for the enjoyment of the lollipop. The child is not getting the lollipop to say, nanny, boo boo, I have a lollipop, you don't. The child is not saying, I'm going to get a lollipop because I know all the next door kids are going to look at me and they're going to want a lollipop. Most of the time, a 3-year-old will share their lollipop with another, and 2 3-year-olds will be looking on the same lollipop. They don't want a lollipop for any other reason other than to enjoy the beauty of licking a lollipop. You were like that at one point. Now everything means something. You're so invested in everything. If you don't get it right when you want to get it, the time you want to get it, you're devastated, disappointed, upset. Stop all that. So Thailand didn't go the way I wanted Thailand to go. I love teaching in person. I don't like teaching. I won't say I don't like it. I do love teaching in our master classes because when I get into master class and I see all of you in your amazing faces, I'm just so powered to teach, and I love it. And I love teaching on YouTube. I love it. My ultimate is teaching in person. That's what I love to do. Teaching in person. And after COVID, before it was a lot easier to get people in person, because that's all we did was in person. And then the more the web took over, the more and more difficult it is to even get people out of their house and into a room. You have to actually convince people that it's a good idea to come together. You have to convince them of that because they're so convinced. Yeah, they're not happy by themselves, but you have to convince them. And remember, humans are communal beings, just like apes. Apes, you never saw one monkey by themselves. You never saw a monkey by yourself. You're 99.9% like a monkey. You never saw a monkey by themselves. It doesn't happen. You see a whole gang of monkeys running after humans for cookies and chips and all that. Monkeys are hilarious. You go to Bali, and when you come to Bali with us, you will go to the beautiful, oh my goodness, the beautiful, beautiful monkey garden. The monkey it's like a whole monkey sanctuary. Like monkeys are everywhere. I mean, they're just jumping all over. They're jumping on people's heads. They're grabbing people's cell phones. They're just doing all kinds of antics. And it's hilarious. And it's a bunch of them. You never saw a monkey by yourself. Well, why by itself? Well, why are you by yourself? Why don't you want to come together? You got to make it your business, family. You've got to make it your business to be at events. You got to make it your business to press and get there. You've got to make it set an intention and set it in your will. When people tell me that money stops them, I'm like, oh, you don't have an intention. Oh, your will, your throat chakra is off, and your solar plexus chakra is off. I can tell. When people tell me I couldn't go get some money, oh, okay. Because it's never about the money. It's never about the money. It's never about the money. I've said that 5 million times. It's never about the money. You can do anything you want to do anytime you want to do. It's never about the money. So whenever people tell me that it's about the money or they think it's about the money, they're in a money story. I understand. I've been in many money stories myself. That's never it. It means that you don't have a strong enough intention and a powered will to do what you say you're going to do as a God, because you don't think you're a God. You still think you're a victim, and you think your circumstances dictate to you what's going to happen in your life. That's how you think it works. And that part of you is stronger than the part of you that wants to be a spiritual badass. Even though I applaud the part of you that wants to be a spiritual badass, and I'm going to keep feeding that part of you, because one day the spiritual badass, which is now 35%, and your ratchet is 65%. One day, you're gonna come on another video. You're gonna come to another thing, and you're gonna come to another class. You can come to and your spiritual badass is growing from 35% to 55%. And next thing, your spiritual badass is the powerhouse in the room. And next thing you know, you're getting what you want. And next thing you know, your life is turning golden. And next thing you know, you're traveling the world. And next thing you know, you're growing, and your businesses are growing, and your income is growing, and your health is getting better, and your relationships are getting better, and you're in peace, and you're in happiness, and your life is taking on this golden quality. And wow, and you start manifesting things without even trying. Deep breath. When Thailand did not happen the way I wanted it to happen, do you know what I did? I let it go. Took it right off the website. I let it go. No one had registered for it because we're honorable in our business dealings. We don't charge people for things that they don't get. If you pay KAISI for it, you're going to get more than what you paid for. I promise you, you're going to get some bonuses. You're going to get some extras thrown in. We love treating our people really well. That's a beautiful secret to doing it. So Thailand wasn't working. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. I need some more lip gloss. I done talked so long. I need some more lip gloss. Okay, Spirit. I'm rolling with you, Spirit. I just needed a little more lip gloss, okay, for my lips that are on the third dimension and my mouth that's saying all this stuff. And let me drink a little bit of water. Hold on. Okay, Spirit, I'm with you. The vessel just needs to be taken care of, right? I didn't push Thailand. I didn't storm heaven. Why is this Thailand retreat not working? Who cares? Who knows? What I do know is that if I force it, it's going to be bad for me and everybody at that retreat. How are you going to force a spiritual retreat? That's not it. Pardon me. So, acceptance. Thailand's not happening. Even though I was wanting to go to Thailand. It was like one of my dream destinations. Thailand. I was like that 3-year-old with the lollipop. And guess what happened? Shimoda can tell you, Afua Sawa, a Kumfo, Afua Sawa, who is an Akan high priestess, her and her husband. Harmony can tell you. Harmony's mother and father can tell you. Harmony's brother can tell you. See, the universe times this thing. You knew Harmony's mother was experiencing had a cancer experience. Thailand was her dream vacation, dream trip in the world. I never knew that. Spirit dropped it in Thailand. I was like, oh, peeps, we're going to Thailand before Dubai. Here comes Shimoda. I've been wanting to go to Thailand for 20, 30 years. Here comes Harmony's mother. Just completed chemo in time to go to Thailand. Do you see that you don't need to force things, because the universe is cooking up all your desires right now, and it's cooking it up for the good of everyone involved. It was perfect timing for me to go. My dream trip. Perfect time for me to go. Perfect time for Harmony to go. Perfect time for Afua Sawa and her husband to go. Perfect time for Coach Michelle, Queen Makita to go. Perfect time for everyone who was there. I looked at Harmony's mother. sitting there with her bald head, proud. I said, go ahead, mama, because your bald head that's your badge of honor. I have come through something hard and I'm still here. And not only am I still here, I'm living my life like it's golden with my husband in Thailand. And where I was staying in Thailand, Shimoda, where I was staying in Thailand, what did it look like? You can look at I put it on my Glam the Goddess YouTube channel. I put it on my Glam the Goddess TikTok. The place I was staying in Thailand, when I walked in, I was like, well, damn, my mouth was hanging open. Spirit will wow you. But you want to force and do it yourself with the limited knowledge that you have. I don't know anything about Harmony's mom, what's going on with her. I don't know anything about Shimoda's dream trip. I don't know about any of these people. It was the best place ever. Oh my God, in Shimoda, every morning we would just go downstairs and eat a glorious breakfast and just talk and then get on the ritual. We were in the 40-day money ritual. I mean, let the universe do it. And from Thailand, when we were going to Thailand, then it just opened up so much because next thing you know, Shimoda was in Bangkok first. Then she met us in Phuket. Then she said, well, I'm going to go to Dubai. She came with us to the Dubai retreat. Next thing you know, she said, well, I'm in Dubai. I might as well go visit my family in Saudi Arabia. Shimoda had a month of travel. I was like, my jaw was hanging open. Look at Shimoda. Bangkok, Phuket, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. Do you know people live whole lifetimes and they never go to one of those places? And she hit all four in a month and it was effortless. Let spirit do it. Let's breathe. That's what acceptance when Thailand didn't happen. That's what acceptance looks like. It's going to be even better. That's why there's now I know it's possible. Yes, Shimoda. At any time, you can take a month and you can gallivant around the world. You can go to Cambodia or Hong Kong or wherever you like. Hop through, go to South Africa, hop up to Kenya. Kenya is beautiful. Go to Zanzibar. All of it. You can do all of it. I keep wanting to go to Madagascar because a good friend of mine, Ben, he told me, you need to go to Madagascar. I was like, that wasn't on my list. Now that my God self is telling me through this person's mouth, I'm going to Madagascar. He said, oh, you will love it. Best place ever. Best people, wonderful people. Madagascar is wonderful. Madagascar, I would have never thought to go to Madagascar. And now I've got to go, right? So don't force. Be in acceptance. It's working. It's working even though you can't see it. It's perfect how it is right here, right now. This is perfect. Don't say to yourself, I'm disappointed. Or don't say to yourself, it's not working out. Or don't say to yourself, say to yourself, it's perfect. Because acceptance has peace because you can see the perfection in it. There's perfection here. Doesn't that sound amazing, Denelzia? I tell you, it works. All this stuff works if you work it. It works if you work it. If you don't work it, you'll be sad, miserable, broke, sick, disgusted, with no friends, alone, and probably drinking yourself into an early grave. That's what it looks like for people who don't do the work. Or you're walking around on Prozac numb half the day. Or you're walking around all day on weed because you just need weed just to survive. Oh man, look at these people. I need another blunt. Right? I don't do weed, but I know a lot of people that love weed. So it's beautiful plant medicine. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for weed, the prisons would be really full because there would be a whole lot more murders on the planet if it wasn't for weed. I thank Mary Jane. I thank that plant medicine for just chilling people the fuck out. Just chill out. Just chill. And it's beautiful that so many people love it. It's beautiful. We're about to go to Vegas. It's legal in Vegas. You can get it anyway. Go to a big weed superstore. They took me into that weed superstore. I was like, well, damn. The strawberry this and the this kind and the this breed and this flower and this leaf and this. I was like, this thing is a science. Show what it looked like when I was growing up in the hood in Harlem. But leave it to the entrepreneurs to make it into something super exclusive, not exclusive because everybody was in there, super exquisite because they want you to be customers. Oh my God. It works if you're working, right, Sharifa? Let's go to our word, our mantra for the day, because we done already been on here over an hour and I need to go break my fast because I am hungry. I have not eaten since day before yesterday. Sometimes I do alternate day fasting. Sometimes I do intermittent fasting. If you don't know what that is, then you need to get yourself into the wealth and wellness vortex with us. Here is day 40. Pardon me. It's day 38. It's not day 40. When? Hasn't that been what we've been talking about? When? When? I only win. I win. Win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. I ain't never giving up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hand go up. And they stay there. Win. I only win. I win when I channel ideas to serve humanity and immediately implement these ideas to create extreme levels of success. I win because I got the idea of Thailand. Boom, we're going to Thailand before Dubai, and we all win. I only win. That's acceptance. It ties right into acceptance. I only win. I can't lose. Tell yourself that I win when I play with others on projects that delight our souls and usher more beauty onto the earth, into the earth realm. You win. You win today when we come together at the Christian Witches Convention, when we come together in Greece, when we come together in Italy, when we come together in Egypt, when we come together in October in Salem at the book launch of this incredible book, Witch, when we come together for the winter solstice, when we come together for the cruise that we won free, and now you can win a free trip to Kauai. You can get free retreats. If you're still playing the money story, get a free retreat. Get a free retreat to Kauai. We're doing that right now. It amazes me that people that don't have money still haven't gone and found out about the free retreat. So then that tells you money can't be the issue. Work. And what are we going to do? We're going to help you work and earn it. We're not giving you a free trip. You're going to do the work with the group in the mastermind and you're going to earn it fair and square, just like all of us. I only win. I win when I play with others. I only win. I win when I speak my word of proclamation and watch this word take on glorious flesh and form. I only win. Tell yourself, I only win. You can't lose. You never lose. There's no such thing as loss in heaven. If it's something is in front of you that you don't like right now, you don't appreciate how it looks, your acceptance will help you remember, oh, let me be in peace. I'm going to accept this thing as if I had ordered it just like this because somehow I did. And I'm going to lean in beautiful, harmonious acceptance of this thing that is in front of me, even though I don't like it, even though I would have rather that it would had been in some other way. Yet I love how it is so that I can get all the benefit from it. Because if I get all the juice from this orange, I won't meet up with this again. I know that somewhere inside me. So when I sink into the right level of acceptance, not fake acceptance, that I tried to get myself to act like I was accepting, but I wasn't really accepting because the universe is reading our frequency and that's all it's reading. It's reading the energy. It knows if I'm really in acceptance or if I'm just acting like, okay, I accept it, and it's just a flat note. It is not a rich symphony of acceptance with all of the parts in your orchestra playing the acceptance song, a choir to acceptance. It's not that. It's like, okay, I'm going to accept this. But how long I got to accept it for? Looking at my clock. That's not acceptance. I only win. So you see, I only win. Our word for today is win, win, win. I only win. You can't lose with acceptance because with acceptance you lean in, and either you have the thing or you have how to get the thing. Both of them are good. I only win. I win when I follow my bliss to an unexplored region of my own creativity, as I did with the book Witch, then birth into reality what I've discovered within. This book Witch is just incredible. I just love it. To the highest and best for all. I only win. Amen. I only win. Let me see it in the chat before we close. We coming down to the final stretch. We coming down to the last stretch of these 8 weeks, 40 money mantras. Round 2, round 1 was good when it first came out. Round 2 is even better. We did round 1 2016, 2018. It doesn't matter. We're here again. We're here again. I only win. I only win. I only win. I only win. You can only win. A Course in Miracles says it this way: a happy outcome to all things is sure. A happy outcome to all things is sure. And isn't that the truth? All your problems somehow work themselves out. The things that you thought were going to take you out didn't. Somehow they worked out. Somehow you were able to do it because you only win. I love you. That's it for today. Wow. 40 money mantras. Peace. KAISI out. Get in class before all the seats go in the live class. I want you in the live class with us. Love you. Peace.